Theme song.
The Carlisle has dropped out of warp near the nearby science station, the CB Watoma, and we've bought a little bit of research time. I don't know if I really needed it, but it's just like one of the services in the game that I really love doing. It just feels good. It just feels cool. I do wonder if I could leave the sector and would they continue to do the research? Like if I bought like 50 hours and then just bounced, would they just beam research progress to me? I'm not really sure. I don't necessarily want to try it while we have so little, resources and money. So that'll be for, when we're richer. Speaking of being richer, let's check in with Gaithwith over here. Gaithwith twists and turns uncomfortably, sleeping right near a medical bed. He can smell all the, disinfectants and fabrics why does a hospital smell like that? I feel like it's probably the disinfectants. It's the chemicals they use and all the plastic or something. But anyway, he doesn't like sleeping near it. And he also doesn't like sleeping near all of what he's begun to call the rabble. All the rabble here, Jericho, Ty, and Jess. Old Bingo over here. He's just like, ugh, get me out of here. He cannot wait until he can fulfill his dreams of having his own ship. He's already off schedule a little bit because we're about to jump into the this cluster here, the Zeta Clarolog Whelm. The dream was to be a second ship before getting out of the starter cluster, and we could have taken one of these claimable vessels, and I think that is still the strategy, but it was just going to be, I think we were just going to all die if that happened. Again, not sure if the research, this must be the final leg of the research. We're probably done. It fades out of our view, which means we no longer can see what they're working on. I would love to build a science station. See, that's the thing, like, when they have space station mode, we're going to have all these services that we can start to offer passing ships, and that's how we're going to make our money. I just can't wait for that gameplay. I hope they're, still working on it. In the meantime, Gaithwith orders the ship to spool up his jump drives. Now, yes, Gaithwith was asleep, but it's like when you go on Gmail and you schedule an order. He, scheduled an email to go out to Jess for when he was in the middle. He's like, I don't want to deal with it. Can you instruct the rabble to take us to hyperspace and to the next cluster? Thank you. And Gaithwith turns over in his bed, nearly knocking the copy of War and Peace off of his pillow. Dropping into the new sector, the cryopods spring to life. Oh, and the tutorial is over. That's nice. The cryopods spring to life. There we go. And then I think there was one more down here. Wasn't there somewhere? No, I guess I fit them all. I forget what I did last episode. I could have sworn I had put one down here, but maybe that's, I've obviously moved that. Everybody doesn't seem to be injured or anything. Jess and Gaithwith go back to bed after their long sleep. Can't blame them. And let's take a look at this cluster and see what we're dealing with. Already a couple of nice little resources here. Not really sure. Let's spin up our engines here. Not really sure what else we're going to run into. This should be on auto. Okay, there we go. Good. Why is your health so low, Leaf? And Jericho. That must have been the attacks from the last episode. But we really do need to get some bigger space built here so we can start doing some food prep. I'm just kind of trying to look at our sketch here. So I want to bring this out so we can have another cargo bay. Then we can start to probably even mirror this. Oh, we can actually mirror it exactly. Oh, no, we can't because the center line is here, so we'll try to mirror. Anyway, the point is, I think expanding it this way, the exact same shape, though, would give us a little spot for a grow area. So I want to have, food growth here, and then at the front, probably, the hypersleep chambers and a prison or something. Because all the logistics seem to be kind of weighted towards the back. Either way, Gaithwith is like, I don't care what you do with this ship, as long as I can get off of it. The engines are spooled up, and we jump. While we mine this sector, I'm looking up north here. We've got some more resources there, so it's a very resource-heavy sector, but nobody has popped by to say hello to us yet, which does concern me just slightly. Then we have the Elizabeth Expanse and the Zulu Solo region, which is pretty cool. And then we could decide if we go down to the Baron system, which I generally like to make war with. However, I believe he's aligned with the Merchant faction, so that would cause a problem. Or we can go over here to the Abundant Resource system, which would be nice, but then I do find this system here kind of makes life a little easy. Once you've gone through this system, you're kind of good to go. But that gets us down to here, and then we can start getting into the spicy stuff here, the Waylander Wreath and the Dune Swirl. Those will be fun to go through. Oh, there's also somebody down here. Man, these galaxies are getting so big. And I do wish, like, I feel like these are, you know, maybe not procedurally generated, but maybe they are. So I feel like you could have massive ones, like with a giant web. We could really just blow this out. I'm not sure what that would do to the, like, you know, your CPU or something, but I feel like we could handle it. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. And I think, you know, for space station gameplay to work, it's going to need a very expansive place with a lot of, you know, a lot of ships passing through all these different sectors. But, I mean, we'll wait and see. Maybe there'll be a mod for that. I'm not sure if modding is installed yet. Okay, good. The work shifts are back on. Oh, no, not yet. Okay, Bingo, Leaf, and Ty. Okay, you guys need to wake up and pull your weight around here. Even Gaithwith did some mining. Come on. Get your algae, or as it was affectionately called in the chat by R-Wolf, a poo smoothie. A solar flare is inbound, but this area is just too rich in resources to give up on. Even these little ones, I mean, they provide a little bit of resources here and there, so we're going to have to stick around. We don't have shields at all, though. I mean, how's our research going? We almost have an energy refinery, which we have no room for anyway. Would be really nice to get... Okay, the shield console is half researched, so we could do that, but then we have to, of course, get a shield generator. Oh, we get a small one out of that. Okay, so that will help us, but unfortunately right now, in the next couple of minutes, this unshielded little Corvette is going to take quite the blast. The solar flare hits. Looks like there's some damage there and there. Okay, that's a bad spot to get a fire. I'm going to actually close the vent here. Okay, nobody seems particularly interested in fighting the fire because they're all on their coffee break. They're like, nah. Oh, this fire wrapped itself up. Okay, that's really nice. I don't know why. There must be some role as far as, like, how bad the fire is going to take to the infrastructure or not. But this one's getting real bad for sure. They've put on their spacesuits. They're heading out. I might need to move a gas scrubber into this area afterwards. I know I have one somewhere. I mean, they're very important. So let's maybe slate this one for moving and put it, like, right here maybe or something. No, we can't really. Okay, what about right there? Perfect. Okay. So we're going to get that in there to clean up the smoke in here. Excellent work, everybody. The fires are out. That solar flare was bad, but it could have been worse. So we'll take it. The final of the resources are dropped off. The minerals are mined bare, and so we move on. There is, in the sector next to us here, there is a claimable ship, so we should take a look at that. Gaithwith starts to salivate at the idea of getting off this ship. Also, there's the merchants there, so we'll do some trade, maybe. We have a lot of ice. And then, you know, we can take a look at this claimable ship. If we like it, we can just abandon it. We can come back later because we still have all of these two to look at and hopefully build up enough resources to repair it. But let's take a look at this ship and see what its potential is. The merchants took off, but we drop in to take a look at this ship. And you know what? Honestly, it has a bit of a turd shape to it. We might as well go clear it out and take a look at what's on board. But look at how big that center section is. There's definitely some potential there. Now, you guys are having your coffee break. Leaf has not been able to recover much, if any, of his... Oh, no one to talk to. I'm not sad. Any of his health. And I think that's mainly because... Oh, boy. I think we gotta get out of here. Oh, it's immediate. Okay, let's spool up our jump engines and get out of here. I think we're gonna have to... like take a look at this some other day. We could stick around and wait for the meteoroids to be done, but we just have no idea how many of those are going to cause hull breaches and how hard that's going to be to repair. We're going to come back to you, the HSS Iowana, because I want to look around for some interesting stuff aboard you. We escape with very little damage and then head up north to these little pockets up here. This one is the Tackless Elizabeth Expanse. So let's go see what's lurking around up here. I mean, already, that's... Okay, they keep leaving us. Do we smell or something? All right, let's get these resources and look for something interesting. And something interesting we find. A derelict space station. Look at this thing. Love these hallways here. Okay, this is going to be... It's tough to clear, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's also grab all of that carbon we're going to need and some exotic ore, which is good. Again, not sure how much we get out of it. Overview. See, this is the thing. We almost have 0.4 of 1 energium, which is just, how useful is that? We're also going to need to... How are we doing for hull? We have 6 hull blocks, so I think we do need to start aggressively expanding so that we can have some more build space. for energy refinery, and also just generally, like, let's get this ship, you know, going. Why don't we activate this whole chunk out here? Let's go to that much. 4.7. Let's expand this whole chunk there. That's going to really help us, I think. Still got to figure out where I want to put all these. And, of course, yeah, we want, like, a little bit of a hospital as well. Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot to get done in there. Okay, let's see how much of this is going to cost me. So that's another 7 hull entirely there. So we don't have the hull blocks just yet, but as long as we keep doing the work, of which there's not much left to do. Oh, we got lots of infra scrap. Let's get that going so we can keep our... Yeah, we're kind of low on those. So let's get that going. Because the other thing is we're going to need a lot of these base resources to build up this Gaithwith ship as well. So we kind of have to start thinking about that and maybe trading as such. In the meantime, stamina's seeming pretty good. Looks like their sleep shift is almost done. So once that's done, we're going to head over and check out the ACS Lightning. Oh, how many eyes is that? Lightning 8. The team pulls up to the outer corridor here that seems to have had a hole blown through it. Sadly, this is not claimable. It would be awesome if it was. We could also go over here for the... Whoops. Did I just click on that? I think I did. Yeah, okay. I was going to say we could go over to the docking bay, but no, I guess we are going to. Let's take a look here. See what we're dealing with. Move carefully and slowly. We only have one fairly useful weapon, and the rest are pistols. This could get bad here. Although, yeah, they're kind of constricted by the door, so that'll be good. I see some medical... Okay, good firing so far. I see some medical resources there that we might need right away, but let's try to be careful here. And I see another desk, and I know it was commented, every time I comment about Axel not letting us have these props, it takes a little bit longer for them to... They bump the release by a month. But I gotta say, just like, every time I see it, it hurts. Every time I see those desks. Just let me have decorative items. Okay, they turned their back on the spider, then, like, I guess they hadn't loaded their weapons, so Ty takes a couple of bites there. That was not ideal. I like these double thick hulls. I think I did that on one of my last playthroughs. Just had, like, some double thick hulls here and there. It takes up a lot of room, but it's kind of a cool aesthetic. So it looks like there's no way to get around to that part of the ship from here, or that part of the station, I mean. That's weird. Maybe it's been sealed off. As the bugs started to spread throughout the ship, they had to, you know, fall back a deck at a time. Okay, there's one spider left, it looks like, perhaps. Never mind, there's a few spiders. Got a couple of bites off. Not great, not ideal. We'll just float out here and finish them off. I see some credits and maybe an info tab or two. Not bad. In the meantime, I'm actually just going to bring the shuttle over to here. I think that's going to be faster than them walking back through this whole space, which is going to be quite a lot to work through as well. That means like, you know, tearing it down. Maybe we should go and scrap the hull first, and that might actually give us a little bit of more freedom of movement around throughout the ship here. The ACS Lightning has been explored. We get the data log and some measly credits. Just once I want to find a tab here that's like 6,000 credits. All right. Let's put them back aboard. Get their oxygen. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to salvage the hull scrap first. And let's take a look at our winnings here. 5 energium is nothing to sneeze at, so that's actually a really good haul. Fuel is good. We can sell that for now, I guess, because we're not ready to make the better engines. Medical supplies, yeah, so not too much to write home about, but the scrap will also help us, will surely help us. And I think there's a few things here. Let's undraft that. I think there's a few things here that might help us towards our research. No, it looks like we have all these items. Yeah, we have all these items. Oh well, let's get to scrapping. Repairing this small power node took the last of our energy blocks, so that has created a bit of a resource crunch here, and a lot of concern among the crew. Me. And repairing our oxygen generator has used up our last tech block, so now we're in an even tighter spot. Finally, the energy refinery is researched, so that means we can now move on to the shields console, and then I think obviously we want laser weapons at some point. Although nobody can use them yet. Bulletproof vests would be nice. What do we need? Fabric, steel plates, and plastic. Man, those are expensive to figure out. Okay. I think the ability to make higher level materials is going to become pretty important here. So that's Industry 2, then the Assembler, and then the Advanced Assembler. Oh, boy. And we're going to need the Optronics, I think, to be able to make these items. Oh, boy. And probably and we definitely need the Chemical Refinery pretty soon here. And the hyperdrive. Oh, man, it's hard to pick. It is hard to pick. I do find on Brutal that the game is definitely getting a little, trickier. Let's go, you know what? We got to go Botany, actually, because we're kind of been ignoring Botany. So we're going to at least try to make some progress there. And then I will, we've got the shields console. Yeah, we're going to finish that so we can get some small shields up. And then I think Industry 2. So, yeah, Botany and Industry 2 will be quick to research and unlock some more things. Who's starving? Bingo is starving. Okay, Bingo, what's your deal? You're about to come up on dinner, so you can have a nice poo smoothie, and that should hopefully hide the hunger pangs for a little bit longer. Having gone through that system, I'm starting to get discouraged about the amount of action we're going to find here, but we'll at least be able to trade with the military. Oh, and they're leaving! Okay, well, there's some here. We'll get these resources as well, but I do think we need to start thinking about, unfortunately, buying some tech blocks, some energy blocks, anything to make sure that we can still keep our ship in ship shape. And then maybe, unfortunately, some energy rods if we can. Thankfully, there's a couple more derelicts here, but I start to worry that the derelicts offer more work than they do reward. Let's see what these guys have for us. Maybe a mission or two. Okay, retrieve item, capture the person, eh? Enemy shots. Okay, wait, hang on. Let's pause this game here. Unknown sector in the Zulu Solo region, and then transfer them to the current sector. And the missions are nice. It's a lot of fun, but I don't know how, what are these mission rules? Standard. Cannot be at war. You may have a sector. You may leave a sector. Okay. Ship cannot be destroyed by enemies. The Imperium Reign. Okay. So in the current sector, but then we also have to go to this sector. So we have to go all the way over there and then come back and get this prisoner. And then that nets us, $500 or a shotgun. I feel like they need to weight these differently when you have to go back and forth so much. But retrieve item of interest, retrieve item of interest pays either a tech block, which is hard to come by, a hyperfuel, which is very pricey. Like these are big trades. This is a way better payout, and we just need to go over here to the old Gilded Phoenix, which is this little guy. So I think we're gonna take this one. So what do they need? They want to kill all monsters, and we need to bring them one medical thing. Now, the tech block, it's hard to say. Tech block could be good, and a soft block. They don't sell for much, but this sells for quite a lot. So I think I'm going to buy the hyperfuel. I'm going to do the hyperfuel one and then probably sell it back to them. So let's accept it. And how are you guys doing? Good enough. Let's get going on this away mission. The crew of the hardy Carlisle make it to the Gilded Phoenix, not knowing what's in store for them. Hopefully just like 2 spiders... Maybe a couple of credits on a pad, and that's about it. That's what we're looking for here. Whatever we're about to see. Oh boy, okay. Well, we're committed to it now. Maybe let's float out here and get a better shooting angle. See if we can see what it is. I expect with this many spiders, there's probably going to be a hauler or two to deal with as well. Oh yeah, there's spiders for days. Ty pops the door. We're moving through at a fairly decent pace here. So far we haven't... Oh boy. I hate it when they get even just one little scratch because we just don't have the IVs to be sitting on a med bed for too long. But I also don't want to move them too much. Actually, I find that the spiders are doing a fair amount of damage, to be honest. Okay, let's go through here. Okay, good. A data log. Probably for the Mary Shelley. We've been seeing a lot of those recently. I do not know if this team is ready for the Mary Shelley. All right, we worked through our... I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised there were no haulers on board because that is certainly a tough one to encounter. Okay, so we've got that. Let's let that get done. Man, not a lot to write home about here, but we'll get that in for scrap as well. Expedite that. Undraft this shuttle here. And let's get that done. Let's let their health go up a little bit, and then we can go do the Lazarine. If we're lucky, they'll give us another mission. Thank you for the reward. We'll take that. And drop everything off at our ship. Oh, they're bringing it to us. Okay. I thought, see, now it does make logistical sense. Like, if you just gave it to our shuttle, we would take it home. But I guess there's probably no way to, like, code for that in the game. Mental breakdown, Leaf. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you are on an alien ship. What is your breakdown? What is it? Destructive behavior. Oh, this is great. Yes. Yes. Do some destructive salvage for us. Don't get on the shuttle. Don't. No. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, what's he doing? Just getting some oxygen or something, and he's going to continue breaking stuff on this ship. Now, that's a new strategy. If somebody's about to have a breakdown, put them on a derelict ship for a little bit. Okay, let's do some trade here and try to get out of the woods a little bit. We do need some energy blocks. What do we have here? So so that alone was worth 500 bucks. And another one of these. So the actual trade value that they gave us was 830, and they tried to stiff us at 200. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to trade them all that back to get the 800 bucks and see what we can get out of that. We do need some IVs, unfortunately. Oh, they get used so quickly, though. 400 doubloons. We need a chemical refinery is what we need. I think I'm going to avoid that for now. And I think I'm going to buy... What do they have that we can buy? A couple of these. Yeah, let's get some tech blocks in here. And they have no energy blocks, but that will help us a little bit, and then we'll get a little bit of profit here. What else could we sell in the meantime? I don't really want to sell too much of this stuff. That's a terrible trade when you can more than double it. I'd love to sell something and make some profit, but I don't see it happening. We can sell a couple of carbons just to kind of lighten the load in our hold. There is a lot going on in the hold. Maybe some scrap that's like somewhat useless. No, we don't even have a lot of scrap. I'll sell some of this just to free up space in the hold. We'll get 300 bucks and some tech blocks. Not a bad trade. The MAS Herald of Octavius drops into the sector, so we'll take a look at what they want. Oh, great. Okay, that's good. Okay, we'll get Botany researched and kind of start moving on that. The Herald of Octavius, what do you got for me? Capture the person. So they also want me to head... Current sector. Yeah, they also want me to do that one for 500 doubloons. Again, I don't think it's worth it. As much as I want those 2 energy blocks, it's just like, it's too much traveling for me. I mean, we could take it and then go and do the mission anyway, and then if we head back here, yeah, it's just a lot of flying around, but maybe it's worth it. I don't know. They have tried to make this more, like, we're not going through Hyperium as fast as we used to in early, versions of the game. We are moving through energy rods fairly quickly here, so I do need to get an energy refinery built. To that end, I'm going to activate this sketch. I was looking at some measurements. I was going over my plans, so to speak. So 7.1. So it's going to use up a bunch of our hull, but that's okay. We can get another cargo, dock in here, which is going to look good from space. Like, that looks awesome, especially once we start to carry on the ship forward from that. However, we just aren't running into that many cargo jobs, which I would love to get more of. I'm expanding this area here because I was looking at the measurements, as I said before, and I think I can move this shuttle hangar over there. I think I want this area to be Botany and stuff like that. However, we do need a spot for the shuttle hangar. We could probably end up putting another shuttle hangar here or something, so it's like twin shuttle hangars would look cool. And then offer us more logistics capacity. But the main thing I want to do is get this out of the area because we don't have more energy blocks, but I do want to get my energy refinery in here. Right there. What we might have to do is build the energy refinery and build other things and then switch them spots, move them in and out of this space here while we wait for more energy blocks so that we can build more energy blocks. It's going to be weird. It's going to be a bit of a thing. Or we'll hopefully be able to buy some. Let's take a look at the Herald of Octavius here. Trade. Now this shows what they want and the price they would fetch for it, so this is good to know. Like, if we were making augmentation parts, they would sell for quite a pretty penny. I forget what they cost to make, and these are only findable, so it's kind of hard to justify selling those if you find them. Plastic would sell really nice, so we could probably sell some plastic and make some profit here. It looks like they have energy blocks, so let's do some trading. You guys, are you sure you don't want like tons of ice for hundreds of doubloons? Okay, let's sell that with like 1 plastic, 1 fuel. I feel bad about this trade. But we'll get 2 of these. Maybe 1 of these. And now we're losing money, but that's okay. Just kind of gaining a bit more of an upper hand here. We could sell that shotgun, but I kind of want to use it. We could sell this optronics component, but they seem pretty valuable. Steel plates. Do this here. That gets us closer. I just don't want to lose money, I guess, on this trade. That's all. And then maybe some tech scrap. No, the scrap is still useful this early in the game. Here, just have some poo. I know we need it eventually, but right now it just helps us kind of clear out some space in our cargo. Okay, let's do that trade. It's not great. It's not bad. We should just do another one of these, shouldn't we? It'll cost us 35 bucks, but we get 2 more of these. I think it's worth it. Accept. The Empyrean Rain drops a new mission for us, which is pretty nice. Ah, capture the person again. I really, really thought that it was going to be... Yeah, see, what they should do is start to increase the payout because they know I'm not taking it, you know? I really thought it was going to be something on this derelict vessel we haven't explored yet. Oh well, we'll wait a little bit longer because we have some mining. Oh, the mining's done. Never mind. Well, we'll wait a bit longer because they want their coffee break, and Bingo needs a band-aid. Well, no new mission spawned for this derelict vessel, and people are worse for wear right now. But I don't want to stick around in these sectors too long, so we're just gonna go over here. We're going to start moving our way through, and the shuttle will move to this side and hopefully meet them with some oxygen on the other end. That's the plan for this mission. So far, so good. Ty moves to get the data log, and we're going to go ahead and figure out who this person is. Hopefully they're useful, and hopefully they don't attack us immediately. So we have Fargus. Fargus has decided to join our crew. We didn't have much choice. We could have left him in there, I guess. Let's take a look at Fargus's deal. Weapons 3, he could max out at 4, so that's not bad. Surrender is nice. He's neurotic, which is not ideal. He could become a great industry person, and a great builder, I suppose, and a great gunner. Yeah, I mean, he's all right. Sometimes you don't get to pick... I mean, often you don't get to pick who joins your crew, to be honest. But maybe Fargus can do some, hand-to-hand combat with these spiders. You know, have him trying to kind of prove himself a little bit. Ah, crap. Leaf, get out of there. Oh, that was bad. It could have been worse, though. Could have been worse. We'll head into the main section here. Not seeing a lot, which is, good or bad. Okay, let's move this shuttle, like I said, over to this airlock. Why don't you guys grab some O2 at this airlock? Just top yourselves off since you're there. Okay, that's a little more chaos. Looks like there's no way to get through there. Oh, don't do that. All right. Okay, Fargus, go prove yourself here. Prove your worth. Go be bait. Okay, very good bait. You made very good bait, Fargus. Oh man, he's doing so much better than everyone else on the shooty team, unfortunately, on my away teams. Due primarily to food deficiencies, which I would love to solve, but you've seen that on other playthroughs. It takes years to become good at farming meat, apparently. I wish there was a way to farm... Oh, wouldn't that be great if there was a way to farm the bugs themselves? A lot of spiders so far, which is okay. It's a good thing that we haven't, run into mass haulers, because right now we would not be able to manage it. Okay, Fargus, where are you? Go and punch that thing. Nice work, Fargus. All right, go and search that room. You guys check this room. Good. Fargus, you go finish checking that room for me. Okay, some more bugs here. Fargus, meet us out here. Fruits, nothing, seeds. Okay, I mean, that's good. We're finding a lot of interesting things here. A lot of useful resources. Oh, this is great. We'll be able to take that apart and get some more research points towards researching our own. Hey, Jarek, go get out of there. Whew, that was close. Okay, Fargus. There's one more in there, I'm pretty sure. Where'd he go? Okay, not bad. Down to this end here. Speeding up time a little bit. A little impatient. One more spider. Fargus, go punch it. Nice work, Fargus. And the ship has been explored. Okay, Team 1, you guys get to go on the vessel first. Fargus, we're going to have you go and just get some O2. Well, actually, we'll get you to collect that money first. And then let's see what our haul is. Now, if this ship was claimable, oh man, that would be nice. A little bit cheesy, though, because it's just such a fully decked out ship so far. Again, not a great haul. The reward is not as worth it. The scrap, I guess, is really the thing to be happy with. And you know what they say, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Finally, the grow beds have been researched, so that's good. We're going to move on to Industry 2, and then I might even add... I don't need that, do I? Autopsy table, fibers, not needed. Although, yeah, the composter could be good. Advanced nutrition would be nice. Growth rate of plus 10%. Alcohol beverage machine. I feel like we need a few more of these to help with growth and nutrition so we can support larger ships that don't need to be massive, grow sites. But I do think I'm going to change my strategy a little bit and get into botany earlier than I used to, so that they can start to skill up, but also so that we can hopefully help them with their moods and their healing abilities. That being said, we're not going to have a lot of luck with, seeds and protein for a while. We should probably research jukebox, shouldn't we? I need to give them something to make them happier. All right, let's research jukebox. And then I think we need this stuff. Otherwise, we're just going to be stuck trading for the rest of our lives. This one first so we can get medicine. Fargus here is already weapons 3, which means he can hold the shotgun that we made and have been waiting to use for a while. Armor, I guess bulletproof vest doesn't matter for right now. So we're going to get Fargus with the shotgun, and I want to put him on our main away team. However, the away team, as you'll see in a second, they're interesting, right? We need somebody to become our chief botanist. To me, that feels like it could be Jericho. But Jericho has the best weapon skills so far, and he's nice and charming, and 55 accuracy because of the plus 10 from the assault rifle. So then it's like, okay, well, Leaf is also good at botany, and Leaf's name is Leaf, so I think he should be our botanist. However, he's got that bloodlust, which makes him really want to be... Oh, good. Okay, which makes him really want to be out there shooting. Accuracy, not crazy. Feeling a little hungry. Yeah, I mean, all that stuff can be fixed as well. We can boost their accuracy, so I'm not worried about that. But he has a natural, desire to stay in the fight, which I really like. However, I think he's our botanist. I think it makes sense to move him off of... It makes more sense to move Jericho off of the shooty team, because his surrender is minus 10. Great accuracy, though. However, he's the only one that can hold the assault rifle at the moment. So this charming person needs to stay in charge. Ty, minus 55. Total hero. Couldn't become a good botanist if her life depended on it. So we just kind of have to leave her behind. So I think Leaf is going to be removed from the away team, and Fargus, that's his name, is going to join the away team. Is he an option for joining with the upper class ship when we eventually build it? I don't think so. But I'm sure Gaithwith is looking for some people that he can while away the hours over there, although they don't know that yet. They don't know he has plans for another ship. He's talked about it a few times, but Gaithwith always mentions it as wouldn't it be nice to have a ship just for dedicated, research and heavy industry and stuff, but, that's not really his plan. The military alliance is here. The slavers are on their way in. I guarantee you they're at war with each other. The military alliance has 2 weapons on board their ship and may possibly give them a little bit of a fight, which will help us. So I think I'm actually going to stick around, but maybe have the engines spooled and ready. This mission here, capture the person. I wish it was, could we just capture the person that's about to come into the sector? No, so we're going to wait. I'm not going to pick that mission right now. We'll worry about that later. In the meantime, the building of the new side of the vessel is coming along well. We're going to have to start, moving quickly, though, because I think, it spoiled their leisure abilities in this space. They're starting to get upset with this leisure build here, which, I mean, I am too. I'd love to move that probably into this part of the ship, but we need to make some rooms first for them. So thinking ahead, I'm going to move the X1 generator. For now, that's a good spot to move it, because I want to start to build the shape of this ship here. I want to get this central hallway going on. That's going to go right down through my cargo area here. Then wall that off so we can get I think we still want the shuttle hangar moved there. I think that's worth it. Yes, I was going to do botany over here, but yeah, we kind of have to think a little bit ahead and get an energy refinery in here. We only are down to 10 energy rods now. I'd love to unlock the 30 that we could have. The Magnum Immonendium enters, and they are armed to the teeth. This is not ideal. However, their shields are removed by the nebula, kind of putting everybody on a more equal footing. The military alliance gets the first few shots off, which means they're going to respond in kind and probably jump out of here. I can't imagine they're going to stick around to get destroyed. However, they may want to launch a boarding party, and I'm hoping they... Oh, no, don't give us some rounds. I hate it when they do that. They always trade rounds. Just a little bit, some for you, then some for this guy. It's like, I haven't even joined the fight. I'm not firing at you guys. Leave me alone. Leaf and Ty continue to run about the ship, just like putting stuff away, which is nice of them. I'm going to stick around. I'm going to spool up my engines. I know I said I was going to stick around, but I'm just a little concerned because they just keep giving me a couple of rounds. My hull is holding steady. Theirs is doing worse. We might just have to wait it out. Yeah, they're spooling up their engines. Okay, well, I'm going to stop spooling mine. So this does weaken them, but again, I don't have any weapons to fight them off with, so I'm not concerned with their hull getting weakened right now, as I can't really take advantage of that strategically. And I'd rather continue sorting out the shape of this ship here, because I've spotted a couple of things that we could do. This area could become a couple of bunks, like these 2x2s here. We could get another one here and maybe 2 here to create 3 little bedrooms and the toilet, and then move all of the, all of their, their leisure stuff over here. So it's going to be a bit of a move, but I think that's going to give a bit more shape to this ship going forward. It's going to make things a little easier. I just kind of want to start to see it in its final, shape, With the build for the possible temporary shuttle bay movement done, I'm going to continue and start moving some things into this area so we can start switching beds and stuff around. And then I did some measuring to get these little 2x2 rooms, which seem to be the most effective. We don't have to move too much. Okay, the Imperium Reign has another mission for me. I'll go and check that in a second. I hope it's go after that ship. There we are. Okay, Imperium Reign, what do you have for me? It's the capture them. I don't want to go there, though. Sweeten the deal. That's a slightly sweeter deal. Okay, we'll worry about that later. And then I can move you over in a second. I just need to get these items moved. So hopefully once people are done with their silly coffee breaks, they can do that. This hallway position might need to shift slightly, but I think that's okay. I think that'll it leans, makes the ship look more, technical and more sort of like a freighter. If you have to kind of, turn corners and stuff like that in your hallways, I think. It's just more interesting than straightaways, which I do love. I love a good straightaway hallway. Leaf is having yet another mental breakdown, although it seems to be a breakdown that he's working through, which is nice. However, I did notice this. He has attempted the worst, which is a permanent -10 on his... Okay, now he's breaking stuff. Ah, great. This is not ideal. We do need to work on that, but again, we have a lot of work left to do. I think making the choice to make... Oh, they're coming back! I think making the choice to have Leaf as our botanist and stay on board the ship will lead to a slightly nicer life for him, so I'm going to need to do that. In the meantime, I'm going to move these beds over here. We're going to... I wanted to get little slots where it's just one single beds, but we're not there yet. I kind of mismeasured this. I could expand this and make a bit more room to kind of move throughout the ship and get another, if I just pinched this off a little bit, but I like the look. I like the design, so I don't want to mess around with it too much. So we're going to have a small bunk room in here, and it's at least going to be dedicated sleep, and then this one will have one single double bed, so that's going to feel a lot nicer, I think. It looks like the Magnum Inomandium has come back for another round. Not sure why. Hopefully the merch... yeah, there we go. They can get off a couple of early shots. They're going to trade shots a little bit. We're going to take a few hits, and I'm going to stick around to see if they get even further weakened. I don't know how many people are on board that ship. I would love to get a scanner. The shape of the living conditions have improved somewhat. We still have the lavatory. Cannot reach set temperature. Let's take a look at our heat situation in here. It's doing mostly okay. It's getting a little hot over in this area. I suppose I could also move the airlock there, couldn't I? The shuttle hangar. Almost. I could almost move the shuttle hangar out here. How much room do I have? Sketch. Yeah, we're kind of maxed out for room there. I could move these things around. But I think, Botany could go up here. But I mean, Botany being down here is not terrible because that's kind of near all of the resources we're going to need. I definitely want to turn this into more like chambers and stuff. You know me. I do not like you know, just like general purpose warehouses. So for now, I think they left again. I think I need to move this out of the way regardless, so we can get energy refinery going. So let's take this shuttle and abandon it for now. And let's move this bad boy over here, which barely fits. Oh, just barely. Does it fit? It doesn't really. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really fit. Not the way I wanted it to, because I would need to put the walls to make a hallway here. They'd have to be here, which does kind of. It would come down to a corner. It would have to corner a little bit. So we could do this, like this, to there. And then I could, well, as you can see, I wanted to put this somewhere. What if we just moved it a little more over? And what if we moved this one over? Which we actually need to get another one in here, now that we have Fargus. And then that comes across like this. Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. It doesn't, honestly, the shuttle hangar doesn't work here. But we do need, let's take a look here. I could build another, I suppose I could build another power node. We could move some things around. So what if we, let's think about this. Let's move this. We can't move it for a second. Just put it there for now. Okay, so if we did the, well, like, how many hod pangers can we get in there? Like, again, the design is not great for this. It's probably meant for some other type of thing. So we could do, both of our mining hod pangers could go there. Right across there. Okay, let's do that. Let's cancel the move. Let's reclaim this shuttle for now. And let's put the two hod pangers that are our miners. Both our miners will go there, and then our builder will go somewhere else. So let's abandon these. Abandon, and move those. The energy refinery finally has a spot. It fits right in there. I think that should get enough power to it. We'll find out once it's built. We do need to build it. And unfortunately, I'm going to move the power generator again. Just going to keep moving it. I think eventually I'd like to discontinue the Energium power generator. You know what? Actually, let's X that out. Let's dismantle it because we don't need it anymore. We can't move it to another ship, so we don't need it. It uses dirty energy, but now we have enough resources for our energy refinery. So let's get rid of it and put the power generator over there because we're close to having a sleepable situation here. But the power generator, its negativity is leaking through the wall itself, so that's not ideal. This is a decent sleep, as decent as we're going to get with the double beds here. And then this comfort area, it's not great. We're working on it, though. I think 1, 2, 3. So that, yeah, we can put the kitchen here. I just want to block the window with the kitchen. But we do at some point need to put in the proper kitchen. Because we do have some resources that they might be able to eat with. So actually, let's do that. Let's move this over here. We'll put the kitchen right up against this wall here. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll have our jukebox research soon, and we can place that in here and give them just a happier life. The energy refinery is built, and yet it does not work. This range is just not going to do it. I wonder, oh wait, I could move, can't I move the range? There, like that, perfect. Okay, I forgot about that. I forgot I could do that, and I need to remember that because I could actually do something like this. There we are, and cover some stuff over here even. Okay, that's amazing. Good to remember. Now, let's set up an if rule. So if we have less than... oh boy, yeah, we set this up precisely when we needed it. So the energy rods, hyperfuel. Let's not worry about making hyperfuel yet, as we don't have the engines for it, but let's definitely make some energy rods to survive. So I think we came a lot closer to things winding down than I noticed. So that's nice that I caught that. We got this little space here. Kind of looks cool. I really like the dynamic, or not necessarily dynamic, but the lighting effects they've got going on here is really nice. And then I think if I carry on this wall, what's the plan here? Here, here, here. So I guess that's the new hallway. Oh boy. To there. To there. So this kind of follows suit. Like so. And then we can dismantle that wall. And then I'm not sure what's going on here. Doesn't make sense to have that space. Let's go like that. There we go. So that's a little bit of a wider kind of entryway. I don't know why, but I can't, like, this cargo thing doesn't go down, so I can't really see beside it. If I hit V, I guess. Let's bring up a wall and hit V. So there's a little bit of build space right here. I could put, like, some storage there, or, like, a spacesuit locker, I think, or something like that. But that's looking a little better, if not a little bit, like, there's some underutilized space here, so I think this isn't going to be too permanent. But I'm just, like, I'm so... Wait, hang on, let's move this. There we go. I am just so wanting to get a bit more of a finished look. A bit more of a ship that feels like a home, you know? Let's put this door right here. Once we open that, there we are. Okay, well, that'll figure itself out in a jump or two. And then maybe we dismantle this and just kind of finish that off, and then put like a double wide door there or something. Again, this is looking a little bit too large for what I wanted. I wanted this to be a really narrow area here. Cargo. Oops. Cargo. So what would this look like? And how expensive is this, actually? Turn off all my things. Yeah, see, that's still too wide of a hallway for my likings, but it does create the symmetrical look that I wanted. How expensive is this to build? Let's build it, because, yeah, I want the symmetry. Oh, we gotta move you first. So let's move you to, I don't know, there for now. There we go. Waiting for other jobs to finish. Okay, so we'll wait for that one, and then this one needs to get deleted. Okay, yeah. So that's gonna come together nicely. Oh, no! Okay, one of you dismantle that right now. I forgot about how trapping people works. There we go. There we go, you guys are free. Whew, that was close. One thing I've noticed is that in this design, both of these spots here, there's this little unbuilt nubbin that we don't really need. It's supposed to line up nicely with the cargo, but I think what we could do is carry that extension on over here, but then just trim off this little nub, and that's going to help both with placement of things in here, and I'm going to move these over so that this area isn't just like missing. So there's a little bit of finagling to do here, but I think that's starting to look a little better. Okay, so that's redesign didn't really give us too much. I mean, yeah, I kind of liked shaving off the nubbin, so that was nice. Maybe put a window here, maybe there as well. But it also, yeah, I just kind of repositioned a few things here and brought that wall in a little bit, so that's kind of nice. I think we still need to, let's get rid of this. We still need to pinch this hallway in a little bit like that, maybe, to get both of the cargo things in there. We'll see. And then, yeah, in this little area, couldn't really do much with it, so I just put a door in here to separate this into a different room. And then I think, nothing accessible. We might as well just put a gas scrubber there. I mean, I think we need one over here anyway, so that'll be behind that wall, which is nice. So we now have a fire on the car. Okay, that's getting dealt with. That's the fire there, dealt with. The military alliance is rolling in still. These guys have another mission for us, which is to go to that sector, but again, not for much payout. Things are progressing fairly well here, and we have some more open space to work with now, as well as less fear about running out of energium. Although I am seeing, like, we only have 20 energy rods left, so I think we've been sitting in this area too long, and probably want to think about moving on pretty soon here. One reason I might want to start refining Hyperium into hyperfuel, even though I don't need it for my engines yet, is that I get quite a nice profit from trading with it. And that'll keep me in some decent resources here. So that's another 4 energy rods that I'm buying for a better price than that. And we probably need more tech blocks. We just, yeah, with the new wear and tear of facilities, you just seem to go through it a lot quicker. So let's do that. We'll lose $65, but we'll get some decent resources out of it. The cargo area is now built out. Again, this, I don't know if I want to call this the final shape of it. It's convenient. It fits everything conveniently, but I'm just not sold on it being, kind of the best way to go about things here. I think we could do something else with this space here. I could also expand the wall out a bit, maybe. That could be kind of interesting. If I expanded this wall out and made this grow area just a bit bigger, it's not quite symmetrical, is it? But like I said before, I don't like straightaways. That being said, this would turn this into even more of a straightaway, but I don't think I like double hallways either. So if I moved all of these, this could become a grow area sooner rather than later, which I did kind of envision as the sort of final purpose for it anyway. So let's see if I can move these out of here and let's see what that looks like if I get a grow bed going. So with all that junk moved, I think there's like a fair amount of grow bed opportunities in here. I don't know if I have to change too much, so let's like kind of lay this out a little bit. I want to do it basically right in the middle with this one, so that I can have, I like that placement, so that I can have these ones along the side. I think this might be all my infra blocks just kind of blocking this out. Oh, that doesn't fit there, but it might fit here. Okay, so then we could use a single one here. See, that's pretty good. I don't even know if we need more than that. Like, let's just do this for now. And let's even build another medical bed in this corner here, if we can. Yeah, we can. Okay, we totally can. So let's put another medical bed here. So this is our sort of med and botany bay. And honestly, like, I don't mind those two things being together. Because, like, I wish these provided sleep satisfaction, but they're probably noisy or something and smelly, but I think in space, sleeping near a bunch of growing plants would probably be something that I would want. Regardless, we've got that set up here. Oh yeah, this all got moved for me, so that's good. That looks silly where it is, so let's put it like... we can put it behind there, I guess. So let's put that behind there for some reason. Then let's get the kitchen, which I thought I placed, but I did not. That's going to be expensive, but we'll place that there. We'll get the kitchen in here and hopefully start to get some better meals in these people so they can stop, you know, trying to off themselves every 5 minutes. There we are. So that's the new design of the ship. This is what we've come to now, and it's starting to feel a little bit more shippy. You know, not quite ready here. Again, a double wide hallway on this little industry ship is kind of not what I wanted, but I do feel like there's going to be some changes here. I feel like we could copy this design over exactly if we bring this hallway out and then find a new spot for these hod pangers. So, you know, gas scrubber and hot, you know, Little Rich and Athena, don't get comfortable in this area because you're going to move. Just like Gaithwith refusing to get comfortable in any area because he wants to move. Where did that thing go? Okay, let's actually just move it here to the edge so we can kind of keep the edge in temperature. Got a window. Oh yeah, this whole area is starting to freeze now. Oh boy. Okay, so that's a kind of a high priority, I would almost call it. High construction priority. And maybe we need another one in there. Thermo. Regulator. And I think as a reward, these folks hopefully are about to get given a jukebox. Let's place that there, I guess. Hopefully that extends the range a little bit. There we go. Build it, build it, build it. There we are. Okay, sorry about your leisure area. It's good again. It's good. Risk of mental breaks coming in. But we finally have grow beds operational, going a little earlier. We need a 5 for that, 1 and 4 for this. So we actually can't make fruits yet, but we can make vegetables. We can start to sell. I think we should just make and sell vegetables for now. We only have 2 fertilizers, so we're going to need to get the chemical refinery up and running. So maybe, yeah, we'll keep these guys unplanted. Yeah, we'll just plant the main one with vegetables so that our main gardener, Leaf, can get started skilling up. I hope you found this episode to be some truly solid content. Some nice expansions and reorderings to the ship here. A little bit of ship-to-ship combat. And by that I mean we just took combat to the face. We also say hi to Fargus, who has joined us. Appears to be an android of some kind, I think. I'm trying to look at where I would find that. I mean, look at that. That looks like an android to me. He will be put to test very soon, probably in the next episode. Okay, Gaithwith's doing some gardening. Okay, we'll fix his priorities in a second. But yeah, this ship is starting to come together. It's starting to look a little more shippy. I just want to kind of finish out this back section here and then start building forward. And that's when it's really going to start to sing. This beautiful and, well, nasty and sooty and lower class ship. The one that Gaithwith dreams of leaving sooner rather than later. See you guys.